You know, those kind of projects that maybe you think about it all week long, and then you head down to the home center on Friday and pick up all the materials. Then Saturday you're all gung-ho and you get out and start working on the project and maybe finish up the loose ends on Sunday. Now we're outside, obviously, about to look at a project that can provide you a nice relaxing place to sit in your backyard and becomes quite a focal point. It's a sun arbor just like the one you see behind me that I had built in my yard a couple years ago. Now this one took a little while because we had a lot of cuts that we wanted in the style of arbor that we were looking for, and it took a little longer than a weekend because of all of the painting involved. We had to do a little bit of sanding, priming, 2 coats of paint, but if you use weather-resistant wood and you want a more natural look, you can complete something like this in just one weekend. I built one of these on a much smaller scale for a friend of mine. It was primarily designed to support a garden swing, so really didn't have to be that large, but it did need to be sturdy. So we built each side with 4x4s and 2x6s before we stood them up in the holes where they would rest. The front and back pieces we created from 2x12s with a little bevel cut on the ends to add a little bit of character. Now I like to put the basic structure together first and make sure everything is level and plumb. Then you can brace it to stay that way before adding concrete to the post holes. You know, it saves a lot of hassle later by doing it this way. It also is very important when you're building outside to use fasteners that are galvanized or coated so that they won't rust over time. On top, we used 2x6s with a similar upswept cut, but truthfully, we didn't plan too well because toenailing them in this tight space was a pain. We might have done better to buy some long screws. We also cut down some 1x material to create a ladder trellis on either side of the arbor. Finally, we added the swing, then we planted a few vines to climb up the trellis on each side. Again, a nice piece of work for a weekend project.